I do this a lot. Hunched over a screen all day, I drive all day, and it can lead to quite a bit of achy neck, achy back, hunched shoulders, poor posture, which also leaves me feeling like this all day. So if that sounds like you, keep watching as I share my 3 essential shoulder openers that I do every single day. So just before we get into it, a couple of announcements. In case you don't know, you can practice with me online anytime, anywhere. I have monthly online classes here that you can subscribe, and I have classes that you can buy by themselves, single packages to customize your practice. So check those out, especially if you like the more in-depth classes. These give you a lot more information. You can also follow my daily life on Instagram. And if you find this video helpful, if you like it, please hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification button because it helps me so much. And we'll get into it right now. Did I say that fast enough? Okay, so tight shoulders. I have been getting a lot of requests from my friends and family saying that their shoulders are really tight. They're doing this a lot, which I completely relate lately because I've been making so many online videos, which check those out. So I thought, okay, let me make a video sharing the 3 exercises that I do every single day that has really helped transform this position into this position. And for those of you guys who don't know, I didn't have the best posture to begin with. I was often a bit like this, and over time with practice, my body really has changed to develop muscles in the back and just the awareness to have better posture. Better posture, you even feel like you can breathe better, you're smiling better, you're walking taller. Life is just better with better posture. Aside from that, when you open your shoulders and your upper back, it can really help take some of that pressure off of your low back and your neck. So it can help alleviate any neck and back aches. So these are the 3 that I do every single morning when I wake up. And sometimes I even repeat it throughout the day, especially after a long day of this. The best part, you can do it anytime, anywhere, and you don't really need any equipment. It's all equipment that you can find in daily life. And without further ado, let's get into it. So the first exercise that I usually do is with some sort of surface that has a pad. So I usually do it on my bed. If my fiance is still sleeping, then I find my couch, or I use a bench or a table, preferably just something with a little bit of cushion for the elbows. So I'm going to take my elbows like I'm about to pray. And the key here is to really keep hugging your elbows in so that they're not just flaring wide. By doing this, we're creating a little bit more space here for the extension of the shoulders. So from here, I'm going to push my elbows forward like they're pushing against the wall, and then I'm going to melt my heart down. Now the head can relax to the bed, or you can even look up. Looking up is of course a little bit more challenging. So if it's early in the morning, you can just go ahead, relax the head, and melt your chest down. The hands can come towards the back, and that'll really stretch open the triceps. So this is one variation to flare your rib cage down. Another variation is to close the ribs, and that'll integrate and stretch all of this. And then when this is closed, press it down and you'll really feel a deep stretch. So instead of here, I'm now closing here, and then I'm pressing it down while fighting it. So it's a bit more active. And of course, you can also alternate between the 2. Open, close, open, close. To come out, slowly you can slide your hips back down, and you can just rest in a child's pose. So that's one version of the extended puppy pose. Another way is to use a wall. So whether it's because you don't feel like kneeling or you just want to do this version, they both work very similarly. I'm going to be about an arm's length distance away, and I'm going to walk my arms up, elbows there, hugging the elbows towards one another, interlocking the hands, and I can just melt my forehead down as I take my hands back. So same thing, you can close the ribs and open. Or with the wall, you might extend the arms. So walking the hands up as much as you can and trying your best to keep those elbows really straight. Walk back and melt yourself down. Head can release through. Same thing, you can flare the ribs, maybe close the ribs. Flare, close, or just holding it here. This is also a very effective stretch. If you're feeling for a little bit more, you can walk the hands up, look up, traction the neck forward and up, chin, throat, and maybe even chest to the wall. And then slowly come on back up. So this is another option, is to use the wall. So for the second exercise, it's one of my favorites, and you can really do it if you just find any sort of pole. I'm also going to show you how to do it without a pole. So the first thing is, if you do find the pole, your hands can just reach back, interlock the fingers, hug your elbows in, and then pull your heart forward. The hands can even pull up on the pole to straighten your elbows. Again, I'm hugging those elbows in and lifting the chest. So this one's really good in itself. But if you don't have a pole, what you can do is find an edge of a wall. So I'm just going to hook my fingers around the edge and hug my elbow in. My other arm is going to hold the elbow to keep it hugging into my face. And then from there, same thing, I lean it forward to pull the heart forward. And the fingers can climb upward for straighter elbows. Woo, really feel this one. To come back, bend your elbow, pull the wall closer to you, and you can close your ribs. Final stretch is with the wall again, and this one's just very classic. You can cactus your arm. So this is a half goal post. And if you're tighter in the shoulder, you're just going to slide your elbow down closer towards your hip. Otherwise, it can stay up high. My hips are against the wall, and I'm simply going to spin my chest to face away. So here, I'm drawing this shoulder head back. I'm stretching the pec. And what I also want to do is think about the scapula rotating down. So that's these shoulder blades. They're not only coming backward, but the scapula is pulling down as well. And that's really going to help adjust your posture. So you can take this and be easy with it because it is pretty deep. And there is an alternative that you can do straight arm. So same thing, I can have it at shoulder height. If I'm on the tighter side, I can slide it down closer towards my hip, okay? The hand is going to help me pivot, and I'm stretching. Not only am I stretching, but I'm depressing my shoulder blade down the back to pull the chest forward. Feels really, really nice. And that is it. Those are the 3 exercises that I do on a daily basis. They've really helped change my posture and my shoulders. My spine feels way better because of them, and I hope you guys find it helpful. If you have questions, comments, feedback, requests, please leave it for me below. I love hearing all of it. And what else? If you did find it helpful, please hit that like and that subscribe button for me. It does me such a big favor. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.